And our topic for today was a question that came from somebody I was doing some consulting with. And the question is, how do I start a private practice before I'm licensed? And so this is, for me, a newer question, because back when I was in school and back when I started, they didn't push us when we were pre-licensed to go into private practice. And now there's this really exciting opportunity for people who are not yet licensed to really get a head start on this and start their private practices. So there's a couple of things I want you to consider when looking to start a private practice before you're licensed. I want you first and foremost to check with your local, state boards. You want to check and see what the rules are. I know in Florida, for instance, there has to be a licensed person on site when the registered intern, that's what we call it in Florida, is providing services. Now it's been a little bit interesting with telehealth. There are some new rules around that and how a registered intern can provide telehealth. But again, there's rules and there's things that you need to abide by, and you need to follow, and you need to know so that you are still protected under, your board and under your licensing board. So you want to do that. You also want to check with your liability insurance. You're going to need liability insurance, so that's something that you'll need to purchase, and make sure that you are covered as a pre-licensed professional. It shouldn't be a problem, but I think, again, you want to do some due diligence. The next thing that you want to do is decide what kind of structure you're going to utilize, whether you're going to open up an office on your own. And I can tell you how you can do that, whether you're going to join a group practice or you're going to join like a private practice collective. So we'll talk briefly about each one of these options. So first, if you go out on your own, you decide, yes, I'm going to do this on my own. One popular option is to find a building that has other licensed professionals and work with one of them to be your emergency contact person. You are going to need somebody in case there is some kind of, emergency, you need some supervision, you have an issue, things happen in private practice. So I want you to be prepared for that and making sure you have a licensed person on site. Depending on what, again, the rules are of your state and your particular license, you can, have that person. They can be the go-to person, whether they're, exactly there when you're there or whatever the structure that you set up. So that's a really popular way to do that. Now, virtually, you can do that. The way that you would do that is either your clinical supervisor or some other licensed professional would be your go-to person, that if there was an issue, you would be able to go to them. That is a very popular option, especially people who are in the long run want to open up their own practices and really do that full time, maybe have a group practice eventually. And so that is a great option. The next option is to join an existing group practice. As a group practice owner, I'm a fan of this option because as an unlicensed professional, there are just things you're going to have to learn. Makes sense. I had to learn them. We all have to learn them. And having an established group practice really gives you a lot of structure. They may already give you the telehealth platform. They'll give you the electronic health record. They'll give you maybe some policies and procedures. They'll give you some supervision, some support, and a designated person to go to if there are any issues or questions. So if you are the kind of person who likes more of a supportive atmosphere, then going into a group practice might make sense for you. I'm going to talk about a group practice collective in a moment, but first I want to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record that's really full service, one that you can run your practice virtually, you can run it in person, you can run an insurance-based practice or a private pay practice, I want you to check out TherapyNotes. The thing that really makes TherapyNotes stand apart is their customer service. Yes, they have appointment reminders, and you can write treatment plans and notes and take credit cards and bill insurance, but you can also get somebody on the phone to help any questions that you have, any support that you need. Again, if you're a person who needs support, TherapyNotes is definitely your electronic health record. So the final option is to join a private practice collective. These are becoming more and more popular, and I'm seeing them sprout up in different areas. And this is where maybe somebody or a group of people own a practice and you buy into the practice, the marketing, being on their website. You pay maybe for an office at an hourly rate, and you can get the support of a group practice structure, but you're really running your own practice underneath that umbrella of that private practice collective. And so you can, you don't have to necessarily be an employee, or you don't have to be an independent contractor. You're kind of like a renter's model. But some of the ones that I've seen are really have great websites. They have a lot of marketing. They have workshops. They have infrastructure for you. So if you're like, I can't really go out on my own. That doesn't seem like my option, but I don't want to join a group practice. This third option is great. If you want some support, but maybe you don't want to pay in, or one day you really want to go full time, and you're looking for some like middle ground support. So yes, as a registered intern, a pre-licensed professional, you can start a practice. Remember to always check your local boards, your state boards, check your, national organizations, international organizations, making sure that you're following all the rules. But yes, you can do it. I will see you on most days answering your questions. Bye, everybody.